Hey everybody, welcome back. We are here now at the WATCHMEN conference in Dallas yet again at the Remnant Warrior conference. And guess what? Have you ever seen an awesome poem like that moves you right to the core? Well, if you did, it's probably Randy's. This is Randy Conway, Randy Conway Poems, and he's here with us at Here the WATCHMEN. Randy, are you having a good time?
And this is a great conference. This is a great conference day. It's just the spirit that's around here, and the excitement and the people. I've been to a lot of conferences, and they're all good in some respect. But this has been really a great one for me. Especially Mike and Jeannie. They took a chance on something that's really kind of out there, and they started this conference with a video poem that I did.
Nice, yeah, that was awesome.
Everyone
was like,
well, and it was a huge risk to do that, and they took the risk, and man, I'm just so grateful, and yeah, I've gotten a lot of good feedback from people, and it's created a whole different dynamic at being a conference attendee that they would take that chance, put a poem up, and such great feedback from the people, and has created a different atmosphere for me as a conference attendee, because I've attended several and had books available at several, but it's just this whole Remnant Warrior theme without any pre-discussion by any speakers, without any planning of anything, because everyone has their own independent message that God has given them. It seemed like from the very beginning, everyone is tied to everyone, and God is driving home a message. We have to step up our game and be prepared as a remnant. We like putting that tag on. I'm part of the remnant. Well, now after this conference, if you're going to put on that tag and say, I'm part of the remnant, you're going to realize there's a responsibility that is huge that comes with that tag of
you have it like Jamie says, you got a commission.
You've got a commission.
That's your command.
You've got your command.
Okay, and your end of it is writing the poetry that reaches into people's hearts and changes their hearts and their spirits and their minds.
It's like Dr. Michael Lake says about it. He says, that's a catalyst. And he told me that several months ago, and I've pondered that several times. And it's like, okay, I need to really understand what that is. And so I looked up catalyst. What is a catalyst? It causes a reaction. Wow, I like that, because
that's a science term.
That's a science term. And it's not like I haven't done the research that L.A. Marzulli or Dr. Lake or some of the other people do. I'm not a fiery preacher like Paul Bagley and some of the guest speakers here, but doesn't mean God doesn't speak to me, and it doesn't mean I don't have a message. It's just really niche and different. And I thought, I'm taking little bits and pieces of what they're all doing, and maybe I can cause a reaction in somebody that wouldn't stop and take the time to listen to some of those others and then direct their attention into that.
It's poetic.
It's poetic. It flies under the radar a little bit, and people look at it as art, and the message is still there, even though it's an art and not a pulpit pounder or here's all my research.
Well, I'll tell you what, the most powerful people in the kingdom are those little old ladies in their prayer closets. And we don't think about that, because it's not by our strength.
It's not by our strength.
It's not by our spirit. It's not by anything. It's how we tap into the Lord. And I see that as what you do with your poems is you're helping people to tap in the Holy Spirit.
We are, and thanks to them taking a chance on starting this conference with that poem, the message of the poetry is now becoming more of a thing than, it's a poet. It's a poem, because that's always been the talk before. That's been my interviews. How did you get into poetry? Which is still of interest to people. Why are you choosing poetry? People either like poetry.
We're all warriors with different jobs. How'd you get into the kingdom?
Exactly. How'd you get into the kingdom? But now the message is starting to be heard, and the message that we started with, and I'm seeing carried throughout it, is we are in a crisis of truth, and we are living in an age of deception, and we are marked by an era of treason, and we look around us and we're living in a generation of lies, and we are combating that here as remnant warriors.
See that now? That was
Warrior
very
is a
poetic and very
combative term.
powerful. Yeah.
It is a combative term.
Yep.
Remnant warrior. So we are combating those lies. We are not of that age of deception. We are of the kingdom, and we are here to accept the commission.
Yep. Yeah. What do you do with the insubordinate soldiers?
Ooh,
Don't ask, people.
don't ask. But yeah,
So,
I'm just really, and I get to meet Dave Paxton, the one and only. What a cool guy, ninja.
The drone ninja.
Oh, that drone ninja. Yeah. How cool is that?
Well, we're going to be at Jamie's conference, teach him how to fly too.
Oh, okay.
So you got to come out so we can teach you how to fly some drones. So, are you going to be coming to more conferences and making more poems?
As God leads and God directs, I've actually had more invitations this year than I ever have. And which I've only been doing this like the last 5 or 6 years, but suddenly God is opening doors.
It seems to be the theme with everybody. And all of a sudden, God's
the time
like
is
moving.
now.
Yeah.
The time is now.
The water broke.
Yeah.
Birth pains? Yeah, the water broke.
Birth pains, the water broke. Good analogy. And you and I,
That's
neither
good for a
one know
poem.
how much time. Pardon? That's a poem.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Nice. So tell everybody how they can find you.
I do have a website. It's randyconwaypoems.com. It's not a real active website like others where there's a lot of stuff. It's a point of contact.
Okay.
You can contact me there. You can see what's going on there.
randyconwaypoems.com.
Yeah, with an S. The best way to find my work is on YouTube.
Okay.
And if you go to YouTube and you put in Randy Conway Poems, and it's not me just standing in front of a camera saying, Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. I hope there's
Which
no
is also
copyright on that.
I think it's old now.
I think it's old now. But they are put together with imagery and music and narration and the text of the words of the poem there, because some people want to
have
see
the lyrics
words.
too.
The
That's
lyrics are there, and it's like Michael Snyder said one time. He said, "I don't see anybody else doing it like this."
Oh, nice.
There's people who are standing up and reciting poetry, and it's great, and they get a lot of views and a lot of following. But to do it as a film, where it's almost like a music video, I guess would be a way to describe it.
Yeah, so it fits into today's audience of sight and sound.
Sight and sound and the whole thing. So that's where you can see my work is on YouTube.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
and I have a Facebook.
Okay. They could reach on there too.
You can make a reach out there too.
Awesome. So we're having a good old time here. Again, like everyone's been saying, now is the time. We're all family here. And if you want to get the videos, we have the on-demand. You can check the other videos on the site and get the information for the on-demand, get the DVDs, and you can get Randy's poems. Nice. All right. Thanks, Randy.
Thanks, Dave.
Blessing. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.